Hi there, my name is Ronnie Rosso from Jaguar Driver Club Scotland. We're here at the Bridge of Allen car show. It's a lovely event. We've got lots of cars on display here. This is the Jaguar Driver Club Scotland stand. I've got an interesting car for you to see. This is a Jaguar 420. It's a 1968 model. It's been used on a Round the Britain charity drive fundraiser for Parkinson's UK. It's been from Land's End all the way up to John O'Groats. They've been raising money for the Parkinson's charity. If you want to have a walk around or look at the car, you can see it's a lovely model. Now, if you look at the engine here, it's not quite your standard the standard engine. It's all been customised and really looks the part. Now, Rob and Penny Farrell, who are the two people who have been taking the car around the UK to raise money for Parkinson's. Rob's got a party trick where he actually balances a £1 coin on the car just right here, and it runs along at 3,000 revs, and the coin doesn't fall. So it's,
maybe we could do that later.
Yes, we can do that later on video for you. But what you do is have a look round the car. As you can see, it's absolutely immaculate. Inside and out. It's a very popular Jaguar colour, and we have a little furry friend on the top there. A good luck mascot. I say they've done a fantastic job. Any idea what sort of mileage you've done, Rob?
Round Britain?
Round Britain.
2,400 so far.
So the mileage so far is 2,400 round Britain with this car. Jaguar 420, 1968. Rob and Penny have done a fantastic job.
That takes some doing.
It does, yeah. To do it properly, it takes me 2 hours a wheel. But I think
2 hours a wheel?
Yeah, that means taking them all off, front and back. Polishing.
A Jaguar XF, so we don't just show vintage cars and classic cars, we also show modern cars as well.
I've got an XF.
Well, you'll know yourself.
Yeah.
Fantastic car.
Oh, beautiful.
You know,
yeah.
It's elegance and luxury and comfort. That's what it's Jaguar's famous for.
Yeah.
Then, of course, if you have a look just here, we've got another stunning car from all our yesterdays. Beautiful looking Daimler. As you can see,
it's a Daimler,
it was originally used as, I think it was used as a wedding car. I'm quite sure it was a wedding car, but it's a Daimler V8, absolutely beautiful. Have a look round the sides of it. It's as you can see inside, absolutely immaculate. These are the sort of cars people come to see at shows. The XJ is probably one of the most popular classic cars made by Jaguar and Daimler. Rory can tell you all about this, because Rory, look at that. This is a long wheelbase.
Yep, long wheelbase Daimler, V8, 2001. So it's been in our family since 2002. It's a year old. It was an ex-factory car. It was registered by Jaguar.
Okay. Beautiful. It's a beautiful car. Tremendous condition. And it's actually. Did you say it was doing a wedding last weekend?
It was, yep, down in the Lake District. So.
Certainly it's plenty. With a long wheelbase, it's quite amazing the amount of space that's in the back compared to some of the cars nowadays.
Oh yeah.
This is
the attention to detail with the Daimler is better.
Open the front door.
Better quality all round.
Better quality leather. See the embroidered D's in the headrests. A nice wee detail.
Yes, it's all the detail that makes a difference. That's why they call it a delightful Daimler.
I like that. I like that. I'll go with that.
A delightful Daimler.
Delightful Daimler, yes. I was mentioning
the leather's
earlier,
absolutely stunning, isn't it?
Classic cars. ever made, and it's remarkable. It's lasted all those years. From the point of view, it's still as popular, or even more popular today than it was when it was first produced. It's amazing.
What year is it?
2001.
What were you going to say there, Rory? You said
Well, back in the day, it was basically, you know, men drive Jaguars,
all right.
but gentlemen drive Daimlers.
All right. There you go. Right, you could have dressed for the occasion, Rory. You could have dressed for it. So that's our XJ there. We've got an XK, that's my own car. It's a 2007 Jaguar XK with a 4.2 engine. It's I think it was designed by Ian Callum, who at the same time he was designing Aston Martin. So if you pan round the side, you'll see it's got a very similar shape. I love it. It's so comfortable to drive, and it's quick, and if you're going long distances, it just eats up the miles. And if we go down here, we can have a look. Here's this is a joint chairman from the north area. This is Bill Ross.
Oh yeah.
This is Bill Ross from the north area. He's polishing up his Jaguar.
Hi Bill.
How are you doing?
Yeah, the lovely car.
Yes. What model is this, Bill?
It's an XK 150.
150.
1959.
Very nice.
Now this is
A history about it.
I'll just get round here. Yeah.
This car's actually been at the NEC at Birmingham.
Right, okay.
Right, so move on from Bill Ross's Jaguar XK 150. We move on to another classic. This is a Jaguar Mark II. It's a 1964. This car actually came from South Africa, and it's been restored, as you can see.
Yeah.
It was the Best in Show winner at Cars on the Campus last weekend. If you want to,
What CC is it? Is it a, what's that say? 3.8?
I'm not sure actually what the CC of this one is. It's got a lot of different modifications to it. It's got the louver bonnet. Mark II 3.8. You can have a look at the inside there. You can see it's absolutely immaculate. I see this car came from South Africa. It took quite a few. It's had about for a while, but it took quite a few years to get restored. But it's a lovely looking car.
Very nice leather, isn't
It's
it?
not something you see every day. Of course, it's slightly different because it's got different seats in it and different modifications to it. So it really looks the part. It's a right head turner.
Yeah.
Now the other car we've got here is this is Joe McCall's Jaguar. This one here, he's had this for quite a few years. I'm just going to have a quick look here. It's an XK 150, right? That one won Best Sports Car at Car on the Campus show last weekend. If you want to come round the side here, you can see it's a lovely car. It's got the traditional Jaguar shape and the Jaguar curves. Just attracts everybody's eye when they walk past. It's the shape that defines Jaguar and has actually made the car so famous.
Yeah.
Then of course if we move on to this one.
Can we have a look in? Is the door open?
Yes, we can.
Oh, he's locked it. Never mind.
Oh, right, okay. Now, this one here belongs to Robert West. This car here has got an interesting history. It was owned by the police in London. It was the commissioner's car, and it was used for
Chasing bandits.
Chasing bandits, yeah, or attending official functions,
right.
whatever. It's also had an interesting life. It's also been a funeral car, so it's had a good life. Have a look round the side there. As you can see, it's stunning in black, and that car won Best Saloon Jaguar at Carna Campus last weekend.
Yeah. Okay, well, thanks very much.
No problem at all. Thanks for seeing.
Thanks for talking us around the cars.
A memorial trophy here for Alex Silverman. That was his Daimler car that he used to show, so that will be presented to a lucky participant later on today. So that gives you an idea of the trophies that we've got available at Jaguar Drivers Club.
Was that Stirling Moss helmet? Is that
the Stirling Moss helmet is
memorabilia?
It's just memorabilia. It's it was given to me as a prop for the Jaguar stand, and it looks the part. It's the same as the other helmet there, which is a Uricross helmet. It's a replica of it and looks the part. Just, you know, it's Jaguar. You know, Jaguar's history, Jaguar memorabilia. It all goes together.
Okay.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming down and taking a few pictures on our stand.
Okay.
What we've got is a 1950 Daimler Barker Special Sports. That the body's by Barker, special it is, sports it isn't really, but never mind. It's, I've had it on now over 20 years. I'm actually the third owner. It was owned originally by an old lady that found the steering too heavy, so the mileage on it is very low. And the car that you see there is virtually original. Daimler originally made about 500 of them with the special bodies on them, and it's part of what they call the DB18 chassis series, and which was very popular at the time as a post-war development.
Yeah.
As a car itself, don't expect 70 miles an hour. It'll cruise very happily at 60 in overdrive top with the pre-slide gearbox, and it steers very nicely. Direction stability is good.
Right. Can we have a look round it?
Yes, certainly.
Should we just follow you?
Yes, certainly.
Show us the engine.
Well, what we're seeing here is it's not a concours engine block, but this is it's a straight six 2522cc engine with the twin SU carburetors on it. This was the development of that particular engine, was the increase in compression and the fitting of twin carburetors, which in those days every small boy wanted a dad to have a car with twin carburetors.
Right.
So it had to have the twin carburetors.
It's got the standard Daimler grille.
Standard Daimler grille, yes, and the standard headlamps that were fitted to it at the time. Done a small modification in that to match modern traffic, and that the fog lamps that you see below there now act as flashing directional indicators. So,
right.
But it keeps the original look of it, which I'm pleased about. The registration number again is a Glasgow registration, and that's original.
Oh. Okay.
So
have a look inside.
Yes.
Oh, the door's open.
Yes,
suicide doors,
as they call them. But I'll give you an example of how good the shutting operation is.
Oh, lovely.
Aluminium body, except the front wings are steel. The rest of the body is aluminium.
So it won't rust.
On wooden framing, which is good.
Ash frame.
Yes, basically an ash frame. And, if you come closer with the camera, you'll see the pre-select gear lever there on the steering column.
Yeah, how does that work then?
Well, it works on the basis that you pre-select the gear. That's in neutral at the moment. You pre-select the gear. To start off with, you probably go into 1, but you don't have a clutch pedal. Where the clutch pedal is, you've got a gear change pedal.
Right.
So in order to engage that gear, you push the pedal in and out.
Okay.
And the car will sit in idle in gear, not going anywhere. The other unique feature about it is you'll see 1, 2, T and O. Quite unique in having an overdrive gear on a car of this era.
Right.
It was designed, I suppose, for continental travel at the time when they'd been building autobahns and autostrados and such like, and it does give, well, I mean, she'll cruise at just over 2,000 RPM at about 60 miles an hour, which is rather nice. But bear in mind that hill climbing might be not quite so good as you'd expect. Nice instrumentation. The only thing that was missing from standard was the oil pressure gauge, but it has an oil pressure warning light, which comes on when you turn the ignition on, but you never see it on after that. So, so something must be quite good. I've had the interior sort of bit of refurbishment done. The seats have been redone because in original ownership it sat in a garage with the sun shining on the seats, and it decayed the leather.
Seats are unusual because the back seats are sideways.
Yes, a sideways facing rear seat. What we have here is a sideways facing rear seat, which is standard on these cars. Probably not allowable nowadays under vehicle construction, and of course the footstool. The other curious thing is you can actually take the seat out and move it round so that it faces the other way. That's permitted, and of course you've got the nice action of so that there's plenty of room for whoever feels brave enough to sit in that
Sit sideways and a footrest.
The other great thing is if you have a dog, you know,
put the dog in the back.
It's perfect for the dog. So it's good.
Put a seat belt on the dog so he just doesn't jump out.
Yeah. So that's the car, and of course the sort of standard ideas that they had in those days of the boot and the spare wheel kept in a separate space under the bonnet there, and as you'll see on the back end of it, we've got additional lights for flashing, but I've kept the trafficators working. I felt it was important to have them still working. In fact, I'm going to give you a demonstration of the trafficators.
Okay, go on. Oh, you don't see that every day, do you? Yeah, get close up of that. Do it again. Wow, look at that. Turning right. Anytime soon. Very good. Thank you very much for showing us your Daimler.
Yes.
mobile phone. A mobile phone within 2 years of the date of this car. Jaguar, as you see, that was your mobile phone in the years 1988, 1989. This car, the previous owner from whom I bought it, he had a mobile phone similar to that, and this car is wired for the mobile phone, and they've got the antennae on the back near side rear wing.
So is it quite, does it come out, the big one? Wow, look at the size of that.
And you've got your aerial.
It's a brick.
It's a truly brick.
Does it still work?
It could work.
You haven't got a SIM card?
Modified, but I don't think you would really call this hands-free. And nor would you stick it in your hip pocket.
The police might have a problem you making phone calls.
But it's a talking point. It's an interesting.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
I actually was offered it by an elderly gentleman at the show at Hamilton a number of years ago. He approached me and said I was interested. And I said, well, yes, I could be.
Yeah.
He said, make me an offer. So I got it for £10. So it was well worth it.
£10. There you go. The original mobile brick. There you go. And here we have a Daimler Dart. It's parked up next to the old Daimler that we saw earlier. This must have just arrived. V8, 2.5 V8, the fiberglass body, very nice. Flies. Police used to use them to catch the cafe racers in London. I've come back to have a look at the Dart.
Yeah.
Daimler Dart.
I've been joined by a mate. So.
Yeah, is this your mate? Hello. S-Type with some very, very nice wheels. Let's have a look at them. Just look at those tyres, the wheels. Jaguar Mark II 2.4. 1967. Daimler XJ6. 1972, I think. 3.4 Mark II. British Racing Green with tan leather. 1965.